welcome back once again to the Dagenham Redbridge Save here, where we are in 2037. Our last episode was our first ever league match at the John Still Arena, where we beat Brentford handsomely by 4-1. Or was it 5-1? I can't even remember that now. If we go all the way back, Brentford, it was 5-1, the first game at the John Still Arena, the new stadium that was made. So what we'll do is we'll just go through the fixtures, as we've had a lot of games that we've just played, and then we'll show you currently where we are. So after we did play against Brentford, we beat Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup by 3-0. We then beat Norwich. We then beat Olympiacos in the Champions League, and then we won again in the Champions League, 2-1 away from home. We then beat Brighton by 1-0 at home in the Premier League. Then it was a game of draws, where in October we drew 1-1 away at Arsenal, 0-0 away at Forest, 1-1 away at Leverkusen. Then we beat Newcastle United at home, 2-0, Bilal and Kalala. Then we beat Brighton on penalties in a 3-3 draw at home in the Carabao Cup. We then went away from home against Liverpool and was dispatched by 2-0 from Liverpool, quite comfortably there. Then we played Genk and we beat them 2-0. We beat Watford 3-1. We beat Leicester 2-0. We then went home against Juventus in the Champions League and beat them by 2-1. Sunderland, we beat comfortably 3-0. Munoz, Sergio and Filipao with the goals. We then went away to the London Stadium at West Ham and won 2-0. Munoz and Filipao with the goals. Our home form continued to be outstanding. We beat Bournemouth 4-1. We followed that up with a 2-1 victory against Bayern. We then lost to Spurs away from home, 3-0. And in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, we beat Millwall 2-0 away from home. The December month was absolutely brutal with the amount of games we had to play. We had injuries, everything. You see, Munoz got injured there in the Millwall game. But then we played Aston Villa again at home and thumped them by 6-1. We then went away from home against Everton and lost 2-0. We then beat Chelsea 3-1 at home in the Premier League. And a few days later, we followed it up with a 1-0 defeat against Manchester United. 1st of January, we sneaked a 2-1 victory against Brentford. Kalala and Ugarte with the goals. Then we played Manchester City away and we drew 2-2. We're 2-0 down, but came back with the Cat and Rooney with the goals. Then Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg, away from home, Stamford Bridge. We won 3-1, falling behind, but scoring 3 goals in the second half to make it very, very comfortable for the Daggers. Then FA Cup. As I've said before in this save, I really would like to add the FA Cup to our collection. So if we can do that, I'd be absolutely over the moon. And we started that with a 2-0 victory against Manchester United in the FA Cup third round. So couldn't have got a tougher draw, to be fair, but we were home with our home form. We were happy with that. So played well, good team. So we're in the semi-final of Carabao Cup. Second leg is going to be on the 4th of February at home after 3-1 victory in the first leg. We're in the next round of the FA Cup. So most importantly, Premier League wise, as it stands at the moment, after we've played 21 games, we've won 13, drawn 4, lost 4, we've scored 46, we've conceded 21, we've got a plus 25 goal difference, and we're on 43 points. Liverpool are top at the moment by 3 points, and they have just played, and they beat Everton by 4-1 on the 17th of January 2037. So our next home game is right now, which we're going to play, is against Norwich City at the John Still Arena. So that's what we'll play, that game. in this episode. And with 2 games to spare, we are definitely in the playoffs. So we're in the top, what is it? Top 24, is it? But we want to make sure we're in the top 8, and I think we're more or less there. So we've played 6, won 5, drawn 1, exactly the same as Barcelona, who we beat in the Champions League a couple of seasons ago. With the next fixtures in the Champions League, we have got Club Brugge away and then Slavia away as well. So I would expect us to pick up some more points to guarantee us getting into the knockout stages of the Champions League. Stadium-wise, as we've said, we're in the John Still Arena, 36,698. Now we're getting sellouts all the time, so everything it was a sellout every single week. So the board have came back to us and said they're planning another stadium expansion. So that's in planning stage at the moment. So we'll probably find out at the end of the season what that's going to be and what extra capacity is going to be added to the stadium. I have asked to increase the youth level a few times because, as you can see, our youth level is only at 4, which is below average youth facilities, where academy coaching and youth recruitment is excellent, but the facilities is very, very poor. So I'd like to try and get that bumped up a wee bit if we can. Finances, 62.2 million in the bank. We're spending quite a bit, slightly £3.2 million a month, 3.2 per week on wages, £3.2 million per week on wages. So we probably need to get that under control in the next few seasons, I would say. Yeah, recruitment wise, so we didn't really sign anybody towards the end of the last episode. We already had Pablo Sergio in there. John Ugarte was also in there. So we signed, just now, we've signed John Durand on a free transfer and Enrique Jimenez or Kalala. So the Spanish left winger from Bayern Munich was coming on loan till the end of the season with an option to buy of £24 million. So I think he'll give us some good cover. He's played at Sevilla for a long number of years, decent numbers, and he went to Bayern for £67 million. Not really worked at Bayern, but he'll come in and he'll give us a little bit of cover for left wing. Transfers going out. We've not really sold anybody else as of yet. Muzakitis left, Robinho left, and Yakupoglu left as well. So that's really us up to date with where we are in terms of transfers, fixture lists, Premier League. So if we look at the squad, straight in with Juan Luis Munoz, and he has got another 26 goals in 31 appearances overall this season, 17 goals in 21 league appearances with 4 assists. His numbers are phenomenal since we signed him from Real Madrid B for free transfer, 21 and 32, 31 and 38, and 17 and 21 so far. He scored 6 in 6 Champions League games so far, 26 and 33 overall, with 7 assists thrown in there too. We've also got Manise Kalala, who is now the captain of the football club. As you can see, his leadership is up there. Teamwork's good as well. So he has been injured back and forward this season, but he still played 18 games. He's got 3 goals and 8 assists in the league. So that's 11 goal contributions in 18 games for us. Overall, he has got 6 goals and 13 assists, so 19 goal contributions in 29 games. So he's just constantly getting better and better. Again, just like how he pushed through in that double figure barrier, but his assists, his numbers and assists are great. Really, really good. Other wingers, we've got Ivan Miranda, who scored 5 goals and 3 assists in all competition this season, 3 goals and 1 assist in the league. Would expect him to be doing a lot better in that regard, but he has been injured towards the start of the season, so he's just slowly getting in there. Barima Balde as well. This just not really happened for him this season. Last season, 8 goals, 8 assists. This season, 1 goal, 3 assists over his 18 appearances. But I'm sure he'll come good. He's too good not to come good. Barima Balde. Otherwise, Pablo Sergio is number 18 on the world footballers, of the best footballers in the world. So he's number 18. Brazilian, 19 caps, 4 goals, £135 million he is worth. He's been a very good player for us this season so far. 4 goals, 2 assists in his 18 games since his £89 million move from Eintracht Frankfurt. Elite central midfield player, 24 years old, and will just get better and better. Tobias Christensen as well, 20-year-old Danish player we signed for £30 million from Feyenoord. He's not lit the season up by any means, but he's mostly played central defend, I would say, this season due to injuries, as he can play there. So again, superb player, wonder kid, only 20 years old, £105 million already he's worth. And then we've just got the usual suspects. Rui Silva still going strong defensively. Diego Melendez, elite centre-back that we signed last season, 2 seasons ago from Benfica. Just getting better and better all the time. And the other boy that we signed for kind of full-back stroke right-back, he's mostly playing right-back for us this season, Thiago Dourado. Very good player. £89 million he's worth at the moment. We signed him again for a free contract from Stuttgart. It just shows your scouting is working very well. So right, that takes us up to date with everything. There's nothing really else to catch up on in the league in Europe. So we'll just get straight into this next again match in the league against Norwich. Team-wise, as you can see, mostly everybody is more or less fit. What we're going to do is we're going to bring Baldy back in for Miranda. Kalala will continue to play. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Christensen. Or no, will we? Yes, we'll go with Christensen in there. And we'll go Melendez. We'll bring in Erivaldo at left fullback. And that will be the team that we go to try and get us back joint on top with Liverpool, or even surpass them on goal difference if we can do the business. So let's get into the match. Come on, the Daggers. And here we are in the John Still Arena with the Daggers. Solid first team against Norwich City, who will be fighting for their life. Jose Lelicet, who had a Celtic save, will be a threat down there. We're trying to get closer to Everton. That's the John Still Arena. What a beautiful sight. Kalala leading the team out. Look at the size of Baldy, it's absolutely tiny. As the team are underway, and Kalala has it. 5 minutes gone now, and Norwich still having most of the possession, but giving it away there. Baldy picks it up. Sangare. Down the line again to Baldy. He looks in the mood today so far. Christensen. 1-2 with Baldy. Back to Christensen. Shot, it goes across. Oh, it's off the line. Kalala coming at the back post. Pablo Sergio looks like he's taking a bit of a knock. Melendez. Rivaldo. Down the lane to Kalala. Driving in field. He's still going. Back to Filipao. Back to Paulo Sergio. Kalala again now. Melendez. Rui Silva. Zangari. First time past the Balde. Paulo Sergio. Filipao. Lovely ball out wide. Great patient play from the Daggers. Christensen. Sergio again. Zangari. Christensen. Goes past Ali. Goes back to Sergio. Paulo Sergio's in the penalty area. Lelisic clears it. And Rivaldo wins it. And the ref has blown for a penalty, which looks very, very soft. And he's going to go and check it to VAR here. It just looked like two players going for a header. Taking a bit of a time here, and he has given the penalty kick. Well, wasn't expecting that. But there's going to be a chance here for Munoz to give the Daggers a lead. And he tucks it away, no problem at all. That's Juan Luis Munoz. And Dagenham Redbridge deservedly take the lead. Soft penalty or not, we'll take the break. And Munoz slots it away again comfortably. Since we scored, there's not really been anything in it. And the referee has blown for half time. It's been a very, very comfortable first half for Dagenham Redbridge. 62% possession, 13 shots, 7 on target, an XG of 2.32 to Norwich's 1 attempt on goal, but it has just, we've scored that 1 goal from Munoz with that kind of very, very soft penalty. Let's go and see what we can do, as I'm kind of disappointed, to be fair. We should be really doing a lot better. Paulo Sergio I am going to take off because I do not want to risk any further issues, so Bilal will come on. Kalala, I'm actually just going to push up front. See what we can do with 2 up there. Give him a deep line forward roll. And if we push Rivaldo further up, in fact, can he do that kind of? No, he can't. So if I take Rivaldo off for Jason, he can play up there. And just bring Christensen back in there. And he can then just hold that position there. Now in possession, we'll just go back to a 4-4-2. Let's try that. Let's try those sneaky wee tactics for the second half. So it is a corner, 67 minutes on the clock. Miranda will take into the penalty area. Short, good header away. Kalala picks it up now. Beats his man, he's in the penalty area. Kalala, brilliant play! Just put it wide. That should have been 2. Right, so I'm going to take him off. Just go back to a more conventional formation with Jimenez coming on for his debut. Put Kalala up front on his own. Goalkeeper Fernandez now back to Silva. As the ball gives the ball into the feet of Miranda, who can now drive forward. Lovely ball looking for Munoz. Munoz is in the penalty area, checks back. Bilal. Filipao with a shot deflected and shovelled behind by the goalkeeper. It's Bilal now, 10 minutes to go. It's still 1-0. Norwich are still in this game here. Bilal clips the ball to the back post. Christensen headers it back to Kalala. Shot blocked again on the line. Silva, Kalala again. It's another block. And now it's one-on-one here. It's a ball clipped into Grodd. Grodd could be in a... Yeah, that's 1-1. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. We've sent everybody forward and we've been left here with a 2-on-1. Slipped in there to Grodd. Lovely first touch. He sets himself and blasts it beyond Fernandez. It is 1-1. Incredible. Right, Miranda's been absolutely minced. Gatti is going to go on up front. We really need to go for this here. And we're going to go with attacking. Four minutes of stoppage time. And it's full time here at the John Still Arena, and that is a huge blow to our title hopes. A 1-1 draw with Norwich. We absolutely dominated the game. We had so many chances, we just couldn't get that second goal. And Norwich broke away late on to get the equaliser. Disappointed with that one. Super sub Grot rescues Norwich. And if you look at the Premier League table after that, we are now 2 points behind Liverpool after 22 games. 2 points clear of Manchester City. So it looks again like it's going to be a three-horse race with West Ham and Chelsea and Manchester United and Spurs all tucked in at the back on 36 and 35 points respectively. But that's a poor one. But it is what it is. We'll just have to take it and move on. We've got the next few fixtures now. We've got Club Brugge in the Champions League, followed by Fulham at home, then Slavia away. And then we've got Arsenal at home, the second leg against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We've got Brighton away, Coventry away in the FA Cup, Leicester, Sunderland and Bournemouth in February. So I would say, apart from the Arsenal game, Carabao Cup will take care of itself. I would really hope that we could beat Brighton, Leicester, Sunderland and Bournemouth and get 12 points from 12 after the Arsenal game and really kick on. Towards the end of the season, where we might need to look to if we're going to win the title, we've got Liverpool at home on the 9th of May, Newcastle away, and we finish it with a home game against Nottingham Forest at the John Still Arena. It could come down to these last 4 games of the season again. So we just need to take it from there. Yeah, that will do us for this episode, where we've updated everything that we possibly can update. We're still in the transfer window. We may dip back into it depending on injuries, but as it stands at the moment, I don't think we will. We're sitting second after winning the title last season. If you look at the past winners, we've won it 2 of the last 3 years. We're looking to try and defend our title better this season, and after 22 games, we have done that pretty well to this point. With that being said, we will be back towards the end of the season, or if we do make the Carabao Cup final, we will come back for the Carabao Cup final. Then once it gets to the real business end of the season, we'll be back for an update to see if we've won the title, the Champions League, or the real one that I'm wanting this season, the FA Cup. As always, thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next episode.